Hello, my name is Eva Barasa. I'm a Kenyan native.
My name is Adam. I'm from Rwanda, Kigali.
Hello, I'm Sinalamin from Sierra Leone.
Hi, my name is Rachel Mutisia. I'm a Nexus Fellow for 2023-2024. I'm Kenyan.
Hello everyone, my name is Idongasit. I am a Princeton and Africa Nexus Fellow. I live and work in Nairobi, Kenya.
You might be wondering, what's the Nexus program? So it's a unique opportunity specifically tailored for graduates from African universities. It targets candidates who are citizens of an African country and currently living in Africa. So each Nexus Fellow, including myself, is paired with a co-fellow from the Princeton Africa Flagship Fellowship Program for an exchange of skills, experiences, and perspectives that benefits us both.
Just a bit about the difference between Nexus and the general program. You have to be like me, African born, African native. For example, I'm Kenyan. You have to have studied at an African institution and graduated from one, and it's not accredited in a different institution, for example, in the US. And you also have to be basically an African born and raised in Africa.
My host organization is Impala Research Center, based in Laikipia County, and that is in Kenya. So I have the privilege to do my fellowship program in my own country, which is very exciting because I also have a co-fellow who is non-Kenyan, and we are able to join hands and work together and collaborate and bring meaningful experiences and share what we have together.
I'm doing my fellowship at the African School of Economics in Benin. It's a university located in Abomey-Calavi. I'll say like 30 minutes from Cotonou.
My host organization is based in Mogadishu, Somalia, and I work at International Rescue Committee, but I am currently based in Nairobi, Kenya. My role at IRC is Grants and Programs Coordinator, and my day-to-day involves mainly working with the awards management team.
I'm able to pursue my communications fellow at Impala, which is an exciting because it's a research center and it deals with environment and conservation, education, and also community.
At IRC, I currently serve as a communications focal point person for the Kenya Country Program, which means I lead all internal and external communications. For example, I have been able to organize and staff press and download delegation to our field sites such as Kakuma. But then I'm also embedded in the governance system strengthening and advocacy team, in which I support with advocacy efforts. For example, I have been able to participate in a workshop for the first Kenya Anticipatory Action Plan, but then also I've been able to be involved in critical discussions around the Shirika Plan, which aims to integrate refugees here in Kenya.
This university houses some of the best students on the continent, one of the smartest people. They focus on research, economics, statistics, math, and they release some of the best PhD students. And these students are on the continent doing impact on research, and they're doing massive and very important work.
I work as a program officer for an organization called Emerging Leaders Foundation Africa. Working with ELF has been a really good experience. It's been my first time here in Kenya, first time on another country here on the continent, and being able to experience a new working environment, new working and living environment has been very good for me. And working in ELF as a program officer has also been a new experience because it's my first time in the role, and it's been nice to have a very supportive team where I work who really help me and let me understand how and what it is to run a program here in Kenya. Running the program also has been really good because I get to work with a lot of young people here in Kenya. We work with a lot of young public servants in helping them becoming better civil servants, and I think it's a very good initiative.
So for the application phase, you wanna be able to have a couple of things in place. So number one, it's always you're gonna submit an online application through a portal.
In addition to the application form, an official transcript is usually required, and they should be sent directly from your university to the Princeton in Africa email that is also found on the website.
You also want to provide your recommender, and you want to provide your resume as part of the application.
And lastly, and this is only for Nexus Fellows, it's important that you also provide proof of your current university enrollment.
When you're crafting your essay for PiAf application, you need to be authentic and understand all the instructions. But it's very important to do research about the fellowship so that your essay will be somehow making sense to the person who is reading. So you have to avoid going off the top.
My advice would be, when applying, to really let your real life experiences and the work you've done really speak for you. I was a teacher, and it's been a motivation for me ever since I became a teacher to really be inspired by education and see better education in my country. And I let that motivation show through my essay and how much I want to do in the education space and help young children in Nigeria who don't really have access to good education.
I would advise to stay true to yourself and speak genuinely about your passion for the African continent. Be authentic, share your unique story, and make sure you let your eagerness to make a difference in the African continent shine through. Remember, these essays are not meant for you to list your accomplishments. It's an opportunity for you to reveal who you are, your values, and your aspirations for the future. A great way to start, I think, is to reflect on your personal experiences and how they've shaped your perspectives on the African continent's development. You can also include specific instances where you've made an impact or faced challenges to add a personal touch, so the committee can understand your motivation and commitment to the fellowship's goals. I'd also reflect a little bit on how you plan to contribute to the continent's progress during and after the fellowship.
So when you're submitting your resume, you want to have one-pager resume. How mine looked like, it was a one-pager and mainly covers personal details about myself, an introduction of your professional background. You wanna give details about your educational background, and you also want to cover your professional experiences, usually 3, 2, depending on what you have worked on in the past. Best practice is including your leadership experience, something that could give you an edge from other normal applicants compared to you. You also want to feature in some of your skills that set you aside and also that really align to the program you want to be part of or to the institution you want to work with post-application and when you get accepted.
Do not forget to mention all the impact work that you have done, and make sure that you quantify, to tell stories on your resume by using the numbers, because impact is something that can also be measured. So mention those little numbers or some of the impact you have done using the figures and facts.
So recommenders are a very great step to getting you the desired program or to getting you accepted into the program. So you want to provide one recommender who knows you fairly well, pretty much either a professional recommender or an educational recommender, depending on your different scale of or your different levels. Your recommender should be able to share insights of maybe your educational background or even a professional background of something you have maybe worked together on that created an impact. That will potentially be a good way to give details about who you are and what you are capable of.
We to choose someone who can vouch for your professional skills. Because remember, the fellowship is essentially a job, and the selection team will be keen to understand the skills you possess and how they align to the needs of the organization at the fellowship post. I would advise that you reach out to your recommenders early and clearly communicate all the requirements to them. I think this will help to avoid any potential delays that could result in late submission. For my application, I personally reached out to a supervisor from an internship I undertook during my undergrad. We had maintained like a great relationship, and they were more than willing to write a recommendation for me.
Please make sure that you submit your application on time, and please make sure that you're also submitting all the documents before the deadline.
I applied around September, October, and by January December I got the first interaction from them that I was successful and that I needed to do my first interview. And the first interview panel consisted of Princeton and Africa alumni and also some of the staff, which was basically knowing about me, and I had to explain myself about myself. I had to ensure that I put up my schedule for the meeting that was comfortable to me, and if not, I had to accept it. And the interview went well because we're just trying to know about me, and they're trying to match my CV, my essays with who I am. So you have to be honest when you're writing these things.
Let's say you have been selected or shortlisted for the interview. Please make sure that you do rigorous research, not just research, but deep research about PiAf. Understand the work the alumni have done during their fellowship, but also do some research about current fellows. It's very important because that's how not only you will have relevant things to say during the interview, but also you will start getting invested in the fellowship. So by the time when you are having your interview with the PiAf interviewers, you will have a lot of things to say, and they will see that you are really enthusiastic about the fellowship.
I would advise you to read instruction carefully, provide what is needed. Secondly, I would say patience is key. Be very, very patient when these things are happening. The process took almost about 5-6 months before I started.
Take the chance, apply just like I did. And if you do get selected, I can really assure you that it is a life-changing experience.
Good luck throughout the process. I wish you all the best. I'll see you in the program, in the PiAf network program. Good luck, all the best.
So I would encourage you all to apply. I wish you all the best in your application, and I hope to see you as part of the Princeton in Africa family in the next coming year.
Cheers.